Here's an old term. Action turns knowledge into wisdom. And the fires of creation is that process of action turning knowledge into wisdom. We all know, but until we do, it's not the experience and the understanding of the experience that it takes to understand it. Experiential situation is really what it is.
It's not about what you do and all of the things you create or don't create. It is truly about lifetime to lifetime endurance and gaining joy and happiness out of it. It's not about success. It is just about joy, happiness, and love.
Have you been finding yourself stuck in a rut, unable to launch your new projects, not getting the experiences you're looking out of your spiritual experiences? You're trying to start a business and running into troubles? I have special coaching sessions for you. Spiritual readings, Akashic records, healings, all those are available to you. I invite you to come and look at the different journeys that I've done in the live shows that I've done. I'm inviting you all to come on the journey, expand your life, expand your willpower, learn more about sovereignty. We also have the Living the Mystical Life monthly membership. It's a new relaunch of the system where you get all of our live webinars and get access to our Discord server for our live shows. Go to the website, andrewbartzis.com, for more information. Come and join our community, inviting you all to come on this journey as we expand to the universe of the Great Awakening. Welcome, everyone, to another adventure into reality. I am your host, Andrew Bartzis, the one and only galactic historian. Today, the first hour is a live call-in show. The second hour will be our members area show. So for those of you who want to continue on with the show and join our members, go to our website, andrewbartzis.com, and sign up to be in the members, and you will get the link to join the members show. And it has been a month since we did a show. I was ill on the first Tuesday, and the second Tuesday I ended up having family responsibility that I had to take care of. But all is well now that we are back, and we've got a load of callers here already. Let's see. Isa, signal to unmute. You're first.
Hi, Andrew. How you going?
Great. How's things with you?
Things are going really well. Yeah, I feel like I've stabilized into a new kind of blueprint of my life, and yeah, I'm feeling really good. Um, and my question here is, I really want to work with my dreams more consciously, like more as a technology, and I'm finding that I'm just kind of dreaming a lot of like mundane things. And I'm wondering if you have any advice of how to essentially turn on my psychic gifts more and like I have a
When's the,
desire.
yeah,
Hmm?
when's the last time we talked?
Probably like a month or just half ago, month and a half, 2 months ago.
There is something in your energy field that is um very sharp edged inside your energy field that you're not dealing with first. I would like to deal with that because when I encounter that stuff, it's like porcupine energy, a deep defense of something that's going on and something that's not wanting to be seen. It can be related to opening up of more skills. What's
Hmm.
going on with your life?
Um, mm,
Are you
well,
defending yourself against someone?
probably like the only energy I can relate that to is like a friendship fracture that I had with a sister that I was in business with and now I'm not anymore.
And was the fracture harsh or was it just a natural separation?
Kind of both. Like it felt pretty harsh to me, but also a necessary separation to just individuate more. Um, and we've like kind of just made contact again, and
Okay.
it feels like it's in slow reparation now, but it's felt harsh, like to my heart, my
Okay.
body.
What about in other parts of your life? Again, when I see this energy, it's something that I generally can't ignore because it's something that's has an explosive factor to it if it's not dealt with.
Literally, like the only other thing I could possibly think of is I just had like a relational fracture as well with my best friend's partner.
What happened there?
He just like pretty much told me that he doesn't feel safe in my presence. And I was like, why do you feel like that is? And it just unpacked a little bit that he feels like sexual charge towards me and like just doesn't want to invest any time in being around me. And I felt like
Oh, that
very,
that's got to be it combined with the other friendship challenge, even
yeah,
though that one's
very.
getting resolved. Yeah.
Mm.
Is that the first time a man has said something like that to you?
Mm, probably like directly, but like the pattern, when I was going through the process and like the hurt, I was like, this feels like I have received this a lot in my life. Like the activation sexually that I bring up in people kind of ends up making me like not able like to have as many friends or like I feel like I have to have the boundaries and I don't know, it felt like this like negative repercussion around my sexuality when I hadn't actually done anything at all, but like be contained and he couldn't be contained.
Yeah, but there are times women let their wild energies out on purpose. And is it fair to say you've done that early in your life? Maybe not anymore.
Yeah, definitely early in my life when I was like drinking and like drug taking, but not for a
Okay.
very long time.
So this is probably one of those scenarios your wild energy has a back door to get out and you don't even know it.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, you were asking about advancing skills.
Hmm.
I think understanding what that wild energy is, that wild horse, and taming it is the journey to discovering new skill sets.
Okay.
Okay. I
I mean,
mean, go
mm.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, the irony is that like I don't actually I don't follow the impulses of my sexuality. Like I'm very discerning, like very, very discerning, and I don't actually relate to very many people sexually or like through dating or anything because I'm just really aware of when it's a no. So it's interesting because part of me actually feels like I need to liberate that energy more, like because I've contained it to make people feel comfortable for a
Okay.
while.
So I'm going to use some words here that might be triggery for you.
Okay.
Have you been following Pretty Girl Privilege for a while?
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Break it down. Pretty girl privilege, like white privilege. You have pretty girl privilege. You could do things and get away with things because you are the pretty girl and you have been for a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, actually.
I would recommend that you look into those words and journal about it. This is relating to that wild energy that can get out of you. You've already used some of the key trigger words that indicate pretty girl privilege is something that's a challenge for you. The controlling of your sexuality, etc., etc., etc. Those are the first stages of pretty girl privilege.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever heard those words before?
No, but I get it.
Okay. Um, when you were more out and about lifestyle, would pretty girl privilege make sense to that person?
I get it in the way where I feel like I've always, yeah, received a lot of attention, but
Mm-hmm.
it's never like actually translated into like more connection or joy in my life because
Mhm.
I've always,
Pre-ego privilege isn't about connection and joy, though. It's about the
yeah,
privilege to get away with subtle things that other people wouldn't be able to get away with, like constantly being late, changing schedules, doing things that would annoy most other people, but you can get away with it.
yeah, I'll have to sit with it because nothing clear is coming up around what you're
I can
saying.
tell you it's going to be one of those things that hides very well from you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, skill set. I I'll be blunt. I think you've reached a plateau with where you're at. Whether it's the work, the environment, your personal choice, the level of commitment you have to the spiritual journey, I believe you're just at a plateau. And that means there's no new growth until you're ready to get into an uncomfortable zone of change
Mm-hmm.
where your focus, a significant amount of your focus is to attaining new heights, new frequencies of ceremony, new forms of prayer, new forms of personal skill sets, upsetting your current apple cart.
Yeah, well, I just committed to a mentorship with a like high level psychic healer for that reason as well, just to advance more and yeah, just meet more edges and grow.
Okay. What's the mentorship going to be like?
Like structurally, you mean?
Yeah.
Zoom calls, going through the teachings, doing like healings on one person together. So kind of like co-facilitating healing.
And you said it's a year-long journey.
No, it's 4 months.
Okay. I don't think that's enough for you.
Hmm.
I really don't think that's enough for you. And that's going to be something you're going to have to really sit with for an extended amount of time and understand you can't. Easy way, you can't do the easy way anymore. Some of this has to do with a privilege energy, how fast you rapidly accelerate into spiritual work. There's some much deeper learning paths that you have to commit to that isn't about committing to a teacher. It's committing to a lifelong journey.
Can you explain that a little bit deeper?
Think of what we've talked about in the past. Okay? All those still apply. What are you going to do with higher education, real higher education?
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly exploring and researching at the moment. My most resonant thing is, which starts actually like today, I think, is this 6 month program through biomancy. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I still don't think that's enough for you. I think that's an easy way out.
Um, I just
You,
feel no, I've been,
I'm saying things you don't want to hear because I'm literally bypassing everything you've put up front about yourself, and I'm saying you are taking the easy route. You are not taking the hard route. You are not challenging yourself. You are not putting yourself on the edge of unknowingness and constantly learning what the edge of unknowingness means for you so that you can amplify the intuitive journey that you've been on. I cannot stress enough how important it is that you challenge yourself much more than you have ever challenged yourself before.
I
And
get
this is
that.
going to be a lifelong issue if you don't commit to the extreme challenge. You will find yourself a mediocre practitioner the rest of your life,
I just,
unfulfilled.
I'm not like, I've been sitting with what you shared like so much. It's always in my consciousness. can't commit to a path that feels like it's not like all of these courses I've been looking up, like that are more what you've suggested, feel just like a no to my system. Like,
Feel. You're still in feeling state. And I know I've talked to you before that feelings can betray you. Knowing this is a big difference than a feeling. Okay. You're asking me about a life process and journey, and what I'm telling you back is through your wall of many choices that are the easy route, easy route, easy route, easy route. And what I'm outright blatantly saying directly to your face is if you continue to choose the easy route, which is much of the light worker path for you right now is the easy route, versus the very hard route where real smart people who are activated with energy, you will ultimately lead a mediocre professional life and not feel as fulfilled as you could have been if you had taken the hard route from the early on.
yeah, like I'm not opposed to the hard route, but I just, can you suggest any more things that are coming through? Because I just don't want to go and study medicine. That's why this biomancy teacher, he feels like he used to be a doctor. He's super intelligent. He's done the sciences, that I feel like he's
It's
actually holding a
still
higher.
not you. It's still not you in a community of smart people and smart people study groups.
I also haven't known where to find that because even in universities that I've seen, it doesn't really feel available, especially when everyone's pretty, like, actually not very online for the rest. Like, it's just intellect, you know?
Stand by, audience. Audience will be Andrew will be rejoining in a second.
All right, I'm back. You guys still there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my computer blue screened to death again. That's nothing to do with you. I bought a brand new computer 4 months ago, and it now it's having motherboard issues. It's the third time it's done it this week.
Oh, that sucks.
What else can I describe for you to do? Right now, you're on the community light energy worker path. And a lot of what I'm describing doesn't involve that path. But it doesn't mean you can't maintain both paths on the journey. And until you're ready to recognize multiple paths at the same time, there's not much more I can say for you. The journey for you is not the easy person's journey. You got into healing because you had a natural skill, but there's so much more to you than your natural skill. And if you don't develop beyond that, you will lead the unfulfilled energy. You'll be in your 40s and 50s going, why didn't it work the way I wanted to?
Hmm. It's like Chinese medicine, something that you think is that path?
Originally, I'd said acupuncture, a 3-year acupuncture school.
Yeah.
You get a doctorate in that when you're done. Okay, PhD.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole nose following by feeling, I think right now that's what's keeping you in the easy route. Knowing long term versus feeling short term.
It's more like because I project, yeah, it's hard to explain because it feels like at the moment I'm just going off what you're telling me and I'm
You're
walking
still
myself.
you're still in feel mode though. Until you can break feelings are the things that guide you, it's going to be hard to truly process long term what I'm saying. It truly entering long term into intuition versus feeling.
Mm. Can you explain how the body, because how I have learnt the body is that it's actually encoded with the resonant map of what you're drawn to.
And that's what I'm using right now. By the way I work is I have a snapshot of light that where your atlas and axis connects to your skull, and there's a branch of choices and potentialities that I work from there. And you are working in the lower end of your potentiality. You're not working where the brain and the spinal column are operating as one united being. You're operating through feeling.
So when you operate through long-term intuition, it's the brain and the spine and feeling. Is that what you said?
The brain and the spine are one complete unit connected to the heart and all the organs, which are make up the base of your consciousness.
How do you explain, because I've had a couple of other psychic guidances that have come through. One of them said that I don't need to, you know, gain any more gifts, like I just need to refine. Another one said, go and study midwifery. You said, don't study midwifery. And I feel like all of these people that I've spoken to actually have like quite high level gifts, including you. So it's quite confusing.
I earned all of my gifts. I didn't start with specialty gifts. I earned every single one of them over and over and over and over again. And some I had to relearn and earn again and again and again. And it was because of dedicated focus, commitment, courage, and discipline, none of which are mystical, that got me to where I am today. And not falling into obsession, not falling into soul feeling, allowing my entire body to be the intuitive experience, the instrument of experience.
How did you earn your gifts? Like, how would you explain just one example?
Ceremony, prayer, hands-on healing, sessions that I've done with people, thousands of them, becoming a person that does business simultaneously, learning, reading, having fun, having relationships that failed, all of the things that make me human. Every one of those amplifies all of the skills and experiences that I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you got soul searching to do. You've got some real soul searching to do. Rediscovering what grander intuition is.
How do I do that? Do you have any practices or?
Personal ceremony where it's just you in the ceremony, no one else. And limiting some of the feeling-based experiences that you go through ceremony and go, I need to achieve intuitive ceremonial work where the higher self is truly a part of the grander journey of internal self-discovery and inner work that you're going to do on yourself versus being guided by the feelings to go to this subject matter, that subject matter. Feelings are they're not betraying you. They're just, for right now, they're the easy way through your talent tree.
Hmm.
The next level talent tree doesn't use feelings. It uses raw, pure intuition that has the fullness of your spinal column invested into the left brain, right brain, third eye as one complete information superhighway.
If you were to just break it down, because for example, like if I just continued on the path that I'm on, but continued to refine, tended to all of my passions and chose that like mediocre life you're talking about versus following this more edge dwelling, like stepping into high level genius, which is around very like intellectual people. What's ultimately like the purpose of that path, on a soul level?
Because
Ver-
you can help 10,000 times the amount of people versus what you could do at the mediocre level. That means the work that you do on one person can be reflected into a master's level work that can be taught to millions instead of a few hundred over your lifetime.
Yeah, okay. It's interesting because the sister who I had that fracture with that's repairing, I feel like she's become like quite a mirror of like
Yes.
me questioning certain spiritual
Mm-hmm.
teaching
Yeah.
and how things operate, because I feel like she follows her feelings, her convictions, and kind of is like um, glorified or like always like reflected in a sense of alignment on that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like, yeah, there's these, I don't know how to explain it. It's
You're
like, I
still,
feel like,
you're still using feeling. And as long as you're using feeling, you're not going to get the answer because the answer isn't in the realm of feeling.
mhm,
Okay? It isn't in the realm of feeling. It's in the realm of intuition that it doesn't attach to certain concepts, ideologies, frequencies, teachings, etc. Feelings immediately attach to subject matters. They cannot help it. It's the nature of feeling. And as long as there's an attachment, there's not going to be an intuitive, highly intuitive level.
yeah.
Being in intuition is not detached from your feelings. It's not allowing feelings to attach to subject matters when you're in the intuitive state.
Mm. Do you feel like
It's one
like
of the
that?
main reasons. It's one of the main reasons I can cut through people's unique fields of who they are, and what they've been through, and get at the core of what they are and what they need to do to create change.
Mm. Um, just one more like question about this fracture mirroring friendship, my best friend. Is there a contract that has ended there? I can't really understand whether we're actually going to be deeply a part of each other's lives or not.
I think that's still up for grabs,
Yeah.
and it's a matter of the two of you do reflect each other, but not in the realms of feeling. They reflect each other in the much higher master teacher realm. And for you to continue, the two of you to continue the existing contract, both of you would have to step up to the master teacher realm and let go of the lower feeling realm,
Hmm.
commit to the master teacher path that says, I cannot be around idiots in the dirt league anymore. I have to up my game at all levels.
Hmm. So when you tune into anyone who, like me right now, or anyone who's on the call, what essentially do you see or read?
Okay, so the first thing is the snapshot of how the atlas and axis connect to the back of the skull. That tells me everything about how your brain interacts with your spinal column, how your emotional flow, your intuitive flow, what the connection to the thymus or the high heart is, tells me how your vagus nerve is being used or misused by your sympathetic or parasympathetic programs. It's an entire tree of the inner work that has been done, needs to be done, and is not being done.
So all of it's there. It's a matter of what can I communicate back to the person that has a chance of sticking 4, 5, 6 months into the future. Because you're not a singular time linear based being to me. You are a multidimensional, multifunctional being flowing through many frequencies of time based choice also.
Yeah. Is that how a lot of healers work, or is that quite unique to you?
I don't want to say it's unique to me. I am unique at the way I can verbalize it back to people, because part of my master teacher was mastering language and creating language frequencies that do not currently exist for this colloquial now expression of humanity. And it's to create whole new words and language systems that can create and trigger deeper intuitive awareness.
Yeah.
Like when I do the galactic history readings and like the galactic history series I did, it was a different form of using the scale, because what I was projecting back was the celestial medium energy, which is me connected to the earth as the celestial source and the collective celestial beings that she's working with, and training me in the celestial alphabet, which is known as the 1 million letter celestial alphabet, and then encoding that celestial alphabet into all the verbal sounds and language frequencies that I create here as a master teacher present specifically for language orientation.
Mm.
But to master that language organization, I had to study like a motherfucker. Okay, my thesaurus was my best friend for decades until there's nothing left in a thesaurus for me to figure out words and alternative words and patterns. Like I created the terminology spiritual hygiene. It didn't exist before 2012. I created that word, those set of words, and a variety of other words, coined the phrases over and over and over again until it started its own natural progression and expression through people, places, things, and connections. Because the word spiritual hygiene hadn't been really truly expressed in our English colloquialisms.
Yeah. Is living where I'm currently living conducive to this higher level path?
No. It's actually more enabling the mediocre in you than anything.
Where would be the place to move?
Where there is a central location of smart people doing smart things that's in your higher choice point of greater intuitive energies, a city that has a university that you can afford and it's not going to make you go bankrupt, or discovering a way in which you can live in both worlds, make money while you're attending school.
In Australia, do you think, or is it a different country?
You could go to Japan to study. You could go to South Korea to study. If you were going to do Chinese-based medicine, herbology, and acupuncture, etc. You could also do the United States, Canada. It's all the type of degree you want to get. And then where are you going to finally be the practitioner?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just conscious of taking up so much time, but I just have one more question. I'm just curious about the specific off-planet being DNA that I carry.
You don't have one off-planet DNA. You have a variety of them. You have Arcturian, you have Pleiadian, you have Gavoran, which is a insectoid race. You have some draconian in you, some reptilian in you. Not all draconians and reptilians are bad. You have a sampling of the DNA that each of those individual races, what it took for them in their individual journeys to become master teacher level, and coming here to Earth with a variety of master teacher level personal journeys through separate DNA frequencies and combining them into the DNA frequency you are, it's a whole new level of master teacher experience here in this modern world that's not the old world that we were in, the old world of life having far less meaning than it does today. Life has far more meaning today because we're a debt-based society, and they need that debt-based beings to continue debt to afterlife and then bring the debt into the next life they have. That's the form of manipulation and control that's going on here versus the debt ends when we die.
Could you explain the foundations of like clearing entities, how it actually works?
That's not something I can do in a really short period of time. And I want to get to another caller.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Darwin, it would be a good idea for you to call and have a private session with me, and we can go a lot deeper.
Yeah, I just can't afford it right now, but I will when I can.
Okay. All right, Darwin. Take it easy.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Lindsay, you are next. Signal to unmute. Lindsay, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Where are you calling from?
Canada.
Well, what do you want to talk about today?
Myself, obviously. Don't we all call in and say, I want to know my purpose? No, we don't. I'm sorry. I'm kind of freezing up, Andrew.
It's all right.
Maybe you could check my axis.
Tell me a little bit about yourself so I can tune in.
Sure. You talked like a handful of times. I think I have stepped towards the right direction since you've given me some advice. You did tell me to like go towards being a bailiff, and I find it interesting. I've now signed up for law classes. Waitlisted. I hope I start sooner than later, but
when's the last time we talked?
Spring 2025, after I didn't get my 911 job.
Okay, I remember you now. So what kind of job do you have now?
I'm a mother and I stay home and I don't have a job currently.
Okay. What about education?
Yeah, high school and some post-secondary, but nothing serious. I have taken, this course will be done in a year, and then I'll be law administrative, one step towards paralegal.
Okay, great.
And I am going to court for a couple things. So it's interesting, the timing. I'm kind of fired up about this. Like, justice gets me hard. Like, gets me excited, you know? If there could be such a thing on this planet, and then I could look into things that you talk about, like the courts. You know how everything works, and I had to pick something, and things are lining up for me, and maybe you could tell me something I don't know.
How's being a mother been for you?
So roller coaster. I am going to family court, so I want more out of the relationship of being a mother, and there needs to be more structure and predictability for my son, and he's 11. I'm hoping for a win. Court isn't I'm just trying to pretend it's all going to go really amazingly, because I know traditionally it doesn't for a lot of people, but I don't think that's going to be the case for me. There's a lot of unknowns, but I feel strong in my stance.
Do you have a lawyer with you?
I'm about to get one. I don't know their name yet, but ChatGPT's been my lawyer thus far.
ChatGPT is the most terrible lawyer in the world.
Okay, yeah, that's what everyone will say, but guess what? It has helped me so much.
No, it's not.
In writing emails.
I'm going to be absolutely blunt. It's deluding you and lying to you and hallucinating.
Shit. Okay, thank you, but where exactly? Because what it has helped me with is take the emotion out of interacting with my ex, who is an absolute trigger for me. He's a narcissist.
You know that he is designed to tell you what you want to hear, right?
Yes. Oh, I hate that. It's so and it repeats. It's not very personalizable.
Yet you cannot see through what it's doing to you.
Okay. Well, hey, tell me more, because what I've been using it for is documents. I have a hard time, and it's teaching me how to make proper paragraphs. It's so good, but I can recognize it. It's not human. It's very rudimentary. It's annoying that it's not better already. Technology seems so silly already. It's like, I know there could be such, we're waiting for all that
My
change to occur.
my personal advice to you is you need to get rid of Chat GPT and use something different.
Okay.
Something that isn't designed to manipulate you.
Okay. Yes. I don't, thank you. What's one, like Grok, obviously, but what else?
Claude, a variety of the other ones, Gemini. Okay?
Yeah.
You need to just look up the hallucination lawsuits that are going on and courts that are destroying people that are using Chat GPT based information to present to courts. All those things. The lawsuits against ChatGPT are monumental.
Okay.
It told several dozen people to commit suicide.
Oh my God.
Right?
Well, it was very careful with me when I was talking about stuff with the other friend. It was like, okay, what you need to do to help your friend right now. Because it's good to just reflect, because if you're coming out of hermitage, which I am, and you're like,
GPT is the wrong thing to be using for that.
I can't wait to do one that's better then. I'm going to try one of these.
You shouldn't be using any AI to get out of that.
To get out of anything?
No, to get out of depression, to get out of that, you need to do the inner work. You need to do the things I'm talking about in this show. You are still diverting authority to something and making it educate you through an authority-based stance versus actually educating yourself and doing the hard work.
Maybe, Draker. In 5 minutes. I hear you. I thought it has just helped me get to this point, and then I'm ready to level up.
Okay, the leveling up is getting rid of the AI to do your inner work for you and show you how to do it versus you actually doing it and learning the hard part of the journey of what inner work really is.
Well, of course, yeah, like that is some hard work. And hang on, my kid's walking around me. Do you want this cord, bud? Here you go. Okay, you can have the long one. Yeah, healing is nonstop. I'm trying to be in nature, but I wasn't able.
It's not nonstop. It's phases where we process and then we put it down for a while. Then we pick it up and try to do some more and put it down. Because if you make it nonstop, you never learn anything. You never process the messages that you went through.
Riker, give me 5 minutes. Yes, please. Of course. Yeah, I'm like, of course, yeah, I think I need, for sure need some physical therapy. Oh my God, I can't imagine how amazing it would feel to get that. So yeah, it's just practical advice. Thank you. I understand where you're going with this. You've given me such good words in the past. Could you tell me something cool I've done in a past life, or is that too deep for it now?
When we pivot from harsh subject matters to that, you never get the positive out of it. You actually have to process what I said.
Okay.
And I know that's a bit challenging for you, but right now you're basically in energy form saying, give me something positive because you took away what was positive for me. When in fact, I gave you another form of positive and you haven't truly processed what that is.
True. Okay. Healing involves what I came to the realization recently was, because I felt very low. So I told myself if I can get 0.1% better every day, that's close to 1% per week. And that gave me some hope. So that's what I've been trying to do. And I'm on like day 12 of that. And I know I could.
Just sucking on the opium pipe though.
I know, but it's also work. I need hope because there's a lot of negativity.
It's not real work though. It's not real inner work. You don't have to have a job now. You could put 6 hours a week aside to go and do ceremonial work when the kid isn't there, clear your energy field, sage your house, do all the things that I've recommended, all the things that are available for free for you to learn.
Yes.
Okay. You could have had a meaningless job in the time and not been so broke you can't afford body work.
Well, I'm bound to the house basically. I have an injury. So I have been looking for remote, and with school starting, there was going to be more funding. Everything's unknown, but I know.
Hey, what's the injury?
The knee, and then the recent. So my knee went bad in 2025, and then in April 2026, the other one went. It's fucking devastating because I was using that good leg to get around, and now I can't. So
And you can't go to the doctor. You in Canada, you have medical there.
Oh, it's so bad, Andrew. I laugh at absurdity every day. I'm doing I access all my resources. Like I am very resourceful, very resourceful. I fear just taking a step outside, so I have to take. There's some steps in my house, so I'm very yeah.
So what you're saying is you're nearly crippled.
Yeah, as harshly as you, but then that's why I have to suck on that hopium because I want to turn this around.
Stop.
Okay.
You need to go and get surgeries.
I
And
know.
you absolutely 1000% proactive to get them done, or you're going to lead a crippled life and get nothing out of it.
I know. And it's happening young. I'm not even out of my 30s. And I know the wait list is long, and I know I have to be strategic and methodical. When I think about my knees, it's like the saddest thing. Choke me up because my best memories were hiking and biking and swimming, and I can't do it.
You need to focus solely on that. You need to get the therapy, and you need to start hitting the doctor's office as often as you could possibly can. You need to start being 1000% proactive to that. You cannot live in this misery anymore.
Yeah, but it's also muscular. And like the whole thing is I have to strengthen the muscles, but it's really hard to do. So I have a muscle simulator I need to use and practical things like that. And it's just 1.1% every day. I'm trying to.
That's not the way you change life, though. That's the
muscles change life. Muscles change lives. Just putting it on is not. Hey, you once told me that one of my potential futures was like a muscle mommy, where I was covered, like I had lots of muscles.
Sure. And
so
that's still potential. You're not choosing to activate it, do anything about it, and to stop the activating process that you're going through. I want to tell you something about myself. I suffered a debilitating knee injury when I was 2 years old. My leg did a complete right angle, and I could see the bottom of my foot pointing at my face. Every muscle in my leg, absolutely everyone, and it took me 18 months to learn to walk again. Okay? So I know what you're going through innately, intimately. And if I did not do the hard work, I would have been a cripple today.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay? You are living in misery pain, and misery pain is guiding your choices into hopium. Versus, all right, I will tackle this each day by doing arm work instead of leg work, core work instead of leg work, building the other muscles in your body.
Yeah.
10,000% proactive to get surgeries. If you do not turn the fire on to create change, you are going to live in this misery for a long time.
It's already been long enough.
Okay, then get angry about it.
Yes. Okay, righteously angry for my own good.
Yeah.
I can do that. I have been doing that. Don't you see that I have? And you can look ahead that it'll be okay.
I can't tell you that.
It depends on me. I know that.
You're still sucking on the hopium pipe. And until you realize the hopium pipe is the addiction that's stopping you from growing.
Don't you know I'm very oral fixated? No, sorry. Yeah. Talking, singing, smoking, eating, drinking. Not alcohol, but like.
Okay. You got to get righteously angry at the programs that are stopping this and crush them with your anger and say, I need to get these surgeries and I will do whatever it takes to get them.
I tried for 3 years to get a different one and that was denied. And the doctor was like, it was like a clown. It was like a joke. I'm like, you're not a doctor. In my head, he was just this flamboyant man. And like, I feel like a lot of the men I encounter are misogynistic on this island I live on where there's way more females than men. Like, I don't know. It was a horrible experience, but I am proactive and I will keep going. I need the shot. Would the shot help my knee? So I got the shot in this knee and then the other knee went bad in 48 hours.
Yeah, because you were overusing the other leg until it crushed itself. I had the same problem too. I overused the other leg.
Yeah.
I intimately know what you're going through.
It'll be sucks.
It took me 18 months to walk again. I literally had to learn how to walk again.
I just got my walker today.
Okay.
I can walk. By the end of the day, it's horrible, but in the beginning of the day, it's really good. So I do a whole bunch of shit, and then my knee hurts bad later. But I put it up, and
Exercise other parts of your body.
yeah. That, and then yes, I want to feel strong, and my boy needs to feel strong. He's at the pivotal age. His uncle's like, "Oh, if you do 100 push-ups consecutively, I'll buy you a car when you're 16." Like, we got nothing but time to do push-ups. So it's so hard to get my son to do anything.
Because he's reflecting you right now.
Because he's what?
He's reflecting you right now.
Right? So yeah, every day is different. So I told him several times to get the weights from the downstairs. So I have to enforce it no matter what. Like, bring them up, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be blunt with you. What you need right now is you need to sit down with whatever choices you have had in the past and say, I'm now making new choices and making new experiences. If you need to get off the island and go to some place where you can get your surgery, then get off the fucking island.
I wish. I feel very limited. Like, I can't even make decisions for my life. Things are like, I live amongst millionaires and I don't have it's fucking, I am so lucky at the same time though. I am privileged and comfortable. So maybe I have to be more uncomfortable, and like, challenges. You tell everyone to challenge themselves, to not be mediocre, to reach for more.
Uh-huh.
I get it. What about that?
You know why I say that?
Because it's necessary, because we can't waste this life, because we came here from some other dimension and we're just going to complain about, I don't know why. Tell me, please. Thank you.
Because people are brought up on mediocrity.
Yeah. It's very normal.
And it's very hard for them to do the hard work. And a lot of them become lazy. Lazy becomes depression. Depression becomes obsession. Obsession becomes shame, blame, and guilt. Shame, blame, and guilt becomes the programs of self-defeat.
Mm.
And it's a vicious cycle they cannot break.
Cannot break?
Yes, because
that's no hope.
Part of work life change.
So what breaks it? Like dedication, commitment,
courage, none of which are mystical, all of which are individual daily choices.
Yeah. I know I have courage. Work on strength.
Work on strengthening the other body. As I said, if you need to get off the island and go to a place that actually gets you medical attention, go get your medical attention somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other caller, you got to upset this apple cart because you're stuck in a vicious cycle of repeat right now.
A scarcity too. It's like
lack.
Yes. Uh-huh. So just think abundantly.
More hope. Thinking abundantly is more hopium for you.
Action. I'm going to it just feels like, okay, the average price of a home where I live is 1.3 million. And I can't leave the island because I'm anchored here because from having a child. So a lot of unknowns.
No, you're not actually anchored there. You could move someplace else and the child could go to school somewhere else. You're just not ready to upset the apple cart.
His dad would probably call the police immediately. Like, it's very high conflict over here.
And then you tell the dad, pay for my damn knee surgeries or I'm going somewhere to get the surgeries. And you tell him to go to court.
Yeah, we are going to court. Yeah, he's not. He blocked me. We don't talk. Yeah. I offended him. He's very liberal. Huh? I was very, child focused always. And he didn't like being called out. And you told me before, he's not perfect. He'll continue to not be perfect. Take him to court. So we're finally at the court part. It's been 11 long years. I hope a lot of good comes out of this. He needs to be put in his place. There's an open, I've said too much anyways.
No, you haven't said too much. You haven't said enough yet for yourself, for your own self-learning.
I record myself talking all the time. I feel like I talk so much, my mouth is dry.
Do you listen? Do you go back and listen to the recordings?
That would take so much time.
What
would come from it?
The time you have in your life right now.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd actually hear something about yourself when you go back and listen to them.
I go back and listen for evidence purposes to make sure I have the clip of the thing because I'm worried I won't win. Obviously. Yeah. So. Well, more revocations to record, I suppose. Obviously.
Things for you to begin a daily practice on and start committing to.
Yes, and let me tell you something about a revocation. So I did one of yours. It was the banking one when I was at a car dealership. I came home with a new car and I was like, oh, I made a bad decision. I was flipping out. I was crying. I did one of your revocations the next day. I go back to the dealership, end up leaving with a different vehicle and a check for $3,700.
There you go.
So I know, yeah.
You know it works.
That's that hope. That's that tingle. Of course, I'm going to go towards that.
You start investing a little bit more of your no working time into it.
Yes, schedule this life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Darling, I got to let you go. I've got my members show that's coming up next.
Well, thanks for your time.
I've used this hard energy on you because you need the hard energy right now. You are stuck in the vicious cycle of repetition, and the old experiences of not getting the services that you wanted or needed are stopping you from getting the service that you actually need right now. You cannot live a crippled life anymore. You need to get angry at the scenario you're in and start creating actions that truly change it.
And you think that I'll meet a doctor who will make impact on me in a positive way?
Until you get over all the past traumas of past doctors, I doubt it. That's part of the inner work. Is saying there is a surgery for me. There is out there. Instead of, whoa, there's nothing there. My last experience. And it truly did sound like that. Okay? Yeah, whiny.
Nasal voice and everything. I'm sorry. I'll let you go. Thank you.
No. Don't be sorry. Turn it on the anger to that whiny side. Don't let it own you anymore. Don't let it make you its bitch.
Amen.
All right, darling. Take it easy. Great talking to you again.
Hey, you too. Bye.
All right, everybody. We've got to move on to the members shows. If you'd like to join the members area, you go to my website, andrewbartzis.com, and join the members area. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday Night Loop.